We are live.
Let's go, and we are matching.
We did not plan this, everybody, just so
No,
you know.
no, this is completely organic, unplanned, and I'm not changing. I'm not changing. I don't care. I don't care. We are celebrating Ambrosia Day. We're all wearing orange. This is our Halloween shirt.
Yes. I mean, Mark and I are pretty much linked by the ADHD anyway, so it was bound to happen at some point in time.
I had no calls today, no calls. And, you usually see me in polos and shit like that. Today I'm like half backwards, let's go. And I had to sport the new swag, bro.
Me too, man. I just got mine in the mail. So they sent to me. This is for our Halloween special at Ambrosia Collective, by the way, everybody.
Yeah, it's a good shirt. It's a good shirt. Like we've learned not to. I mean, we do sexy shirts like the one we did for the natural body thing, the intellect over emotions, things like that. We found that people just like ambrosia written on a shirt with a different color. That seems to be what the people want. If the people want it, the people get it, man. We're here for the people.
The one they're not like that big of a fan of is like anyone that makes them think we're Illuminati. Because
goodness, dude.
Already having a hard time with that already.
It was insane watching that. If I could pull this up, but apparently you were doing some hand signals that were just Illuminati-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, I do that all the time where I'm just thinking and I have nowhere to put my hands. It's like, like I remember I went to the 8th grade dance. And I think I told this story here before, but I just asked out the hottest girl in the school because no one else did. And she said yes. And I was like, oh shit. So at the beginning, I was like, where do I put my hands when I dance with her? Because I was afraid to like touch her. And then I'm like, oh, I'll just put them right on her butt. And it worked out great. So for guys like us, we don't know where to put our hands. He's Italian too. Like Italian people talk with their hands. And so when I saw this, and also what I loved is the reference to ambrosia. We use a lot of cool shit. Like I got a box right here. Hold on. So if you look, we have the owl, right? We have the Illuminati owl, and the original premise of the company, just in case you guys didn't know, is food of the gods, and we were basically going to be the supplement Illuminati. Like you had to be really cool to use our shit because it was three dudes coming together to form a collective, the Ambrosia Collective, to create the coolest, most fucking next level, higher society shit. And so, and Mike's big on the Greek stuff and philosophy. So that's where everything, think about it, alchemy. They think about the names of the product, hydroglyph. Like it's all playing off being the best and being an Illuminati of supplements. That doesn't mean that we're Freemasons. I frankly don't know what Freemasons do, but it's really cool when us, a Jew, a cracker, an Iranian, and a black guy get accused of all being in the same higher society. That's the awesome part.
It's diversity. It absolutely is. I hadn't thought about it that way, but like
a very diverse government.
For the record, if you think that they would make me a part of any special group like that, you have not watched me long enough. But also, like, if I was in the Illuminati, I would not be doing here. I would not be here.
The comments were absolutely astounding. I thought it was maybe one or two, but you literally had hundreds of comments of you being a part of you're showing this, like what you did with your hands, and all you were talking about is health. It's like, does the Illuminati, if the Illuminati just wants to make Americans healthier, like, is that a good thing? Like, can we all be Illuminati? Like, that just sounds awesome. RFK is our fucking leader. We go around cleaning up foods. That sounds great.
I mean,
that sounds, everybody's lean and jacked and bench pressing with blue jeans and no shirt on the beach. Like, that sounds awesome. Let's go.
So there's apparently this, like, because I do this a lot though. I touch my fingers together all the time.
He's Italian.
I'm Italian and I have ADHD, but I also like do this, like where I put, and people get fucking freaked out. Like, just so you guys know, I've been talking like this for 40 fucking years. I started swearing about when I was like 13, and I've been talking like this ever since. I'm not gonna fucking change. If it drives you guys crazy, I'm sorry. I'm really not. But it is what it is, man. It's just gonna be what it is gonna be.
That shirt we came out with the eyeball, one that says sacred energy on the back. Every time I wear that shirt, some smooth brain is like, oh, we knew it. I'm like, knew what? It was made by a black guy named Amir. Like, trust me, Amir is not like, Amir is the most, he's honestly the most talented graphic designer I've ever worked with. He does all our shit. He does all our packaging. He draws everything by hand. This guy's a genius. He's also a music producer. Like, you know, Mike's rap, that's his beats. Like, the dude is a fucking savant. He's a genius. So like, I highly doubt that Amir is like subtly using us as tools to control society. But hey, if he is, that sounds pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I'll take it too.
I'm down. I'm so down with that. So down. I mean, we need more people like us taking over the world because, well, the world is weak, Alan.
The world's super weak.
The world is weak, and we found out just recently that we're not masculine. Did you know that? We're not masculine. You and I are not masculine. So right. I will show you right now. I'm going to cue this up. I'm going to show you what real masculinity looks like and how we've been doing it wrong this whole damn time. And I'm embarrassed for myself. I'm embarrassed for Jesus Christ. Like, I'm embarrassed. And I think, well, is this angle we want here? Which
perfect.
This one? No, this one's better. Let's go with that one. All right. So this is masculinity, and we obviously suck at this. Yes, let's go. That is so masculine, dude. I think I just got monkeypox.
I feel extremely humbled.
I mean, are we? I don't want to say the G word, but are we to assume that those guys are Lokumsi Kumsa? Are they a couple? And I'm not mad at. Yeah, well, I stole that from The Rock. He used it in a bit on Raw in like the '90s. I'll never forget that. He's like, "You think The Rock's a little Kumsi Kumsa?" And I'm like, I'm using that for the rest of my life. And here I am, 27 years later, using that. Guys, Walls, who is a fake football coach. Look, man, I'm not even mad at the fake stolen valor thing. I'm mad at the stolen football coach title. That's what pisses me off. You as a man who served, obviously you didn't do anything cool, but you still put in your time, right? Like, you should be mad at stolen valor. I've never served, okay? But what I have done is I've coached, and he has stolen valor of coaching. Dude, Walls, that dude's marriage, I'm telling you, it's a front. No way that dude is straight. You see how he struts? Straight men don't do that shit.
I would agree. I mean, not that I find it impressively important, but just the sheer lie about it. You know, I mean, like, first of all, if you're in the closet right now, what does that say to everybody else? Like, why? So
just be gay.
What? There's something wrong with being gay there, Tim Walls? I don't know. I don't get it.
Nothing wrong with being gay, man. If I was gay, I'd be like, hey guys, I'm gay. And everybody be like, all right, we don't care. Like, that's how it works. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, I had one of my employees come out to me. I'm like, all right, whatever, that's fine. Mm-hmm. And nobody in the company, nobody care. I don't care who people have sex with. I don't know why we're fascinated with it. I'm just saying that is not masculinity, guys. I mean, maybe it's a form of masculinity, but like, masculinity that's not what I picture masculinity being. And maybe it's just because I'm toxic, but like, dancing to show tunes, it's not masculine unless it's like, remember Arnold and Jamie Lee Curtis? I think that's her name. And True Lies, like that sexy dance they did. That's masculine. That shit right there.
I think that was a tango. I think that was like
but that's sexy dancing. That is sexy dancing. Like that is not sexy dancing, guys. That is not that is not masculine dancing. Also, another good dance is the freak, where you get behind a girl and you follow the booty. You ever do that one? That's my favorite. I do that at weddings. We
were doing that earlier in the kitchen.
Well, that's called doggy style.
Oh shit! That's right. No, it's like it's now I'm totally lost. I'm all of a sudden back a little earlier today. So, it's just this weird thing, like how I don't believe anything about their campaign anymore.
No,
like I don't believe like anything about it. Like, first of all, who the fuck is writing this woman's speeches and shit like that? Like, they're so bad. Like, the shit she says is like an actual negative most of the time, right? And I just don't get it, because like she was the Attorney General of California. She was the DA for San Francisco, I believe. And she's been the vice president, and she was a senator. How does she speak so poorly? Like, I mean, and this is coming from somebody that I'll be the first one to say that Trump talks like a mad crazy person, but at least he like gets his point across. She says shit that's so radically insulting. I don't think she means it to be, but like, here's this from earlier. She's talking about the people in North Carolina. Listen to the crazy shit that comes out of this woman's mouth about this situation, right?
Yeah.
And federal assistance for these issues is, I know, extremely important, because a lot of folks don't save for these kinds of emergencies, and when they hit, it takes a real drain on their resources and ability to take care of themselves and their family.
How the fuck do you save for a weather event that literally changed the geography of the area you live in? Like,
how do you save in this economy? How is anybody saving money? I mean, the average American is hurting right now. You know, it's the average American cannot afford anything because inflation's through the roof, and our job numbers are up because you've imported 10 million immigrants, people. Like, job numbers are like, we're fucked. We are not in a good spot. The economy hurts, dude. I talk to dozens of retailers every day, and nobody's killing it. Nobody's killing it. We're about to see a die-off of retail like we've never seen before. Stores who are usually top-tier stores are having to lay people off, are having to, resort to shutting down locations. Big Lots just shut down. Hooters. And the reason I say Hooters, like, they serve wings and titties. If titties go out of business, we're in trouble.
Yeah, if titties go out of business, like that's like, isn't it in the Bible somewhere? I mean, like,
I believe that's somewhere in Genesis. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just kidding, religious folks. Calm the fuck down. But Jesus Christ, because that's another. They were pissed. They were pissed at me for a little while.
How'd you piss off the religious people, man?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I honestly think that we've gotten to a stage now, and I think we were talking about it, dude. Like, it's so dichotomous. Like, we can't. Like, there's no mutual ground anymore. I do believe that the left will say shit to radically oppose the right. They don't give a fuck what it is. Like, these people have convinced themselves that like everything on the right is horribly evil. Like, look how many people were like celebrating this hurricane up in the hills of North Carolina. Absolutely disgusting. Like, fucking.
I still can't believe that. I never thought we'd get to that point in America, but they're like, oh, they're Trump voters. Let them die. It's like, I don't think the right would do that.
Yeah.
The right just doesn't do that. They're good people. No. The left are evil. I mean, for God's sakes, dude, their main issue is baby killing. And you and I are both pro-choice up to with term limits, but that's not good enough for them. And since when, I just want to know, What rights do we have that women don't have? I'm still struggling to find that. Like, I live with a woman. She's allowed to go in the same grocery store as I am. She's able to apply for the same jobs and probably get preferential hiring when to get a job. She's able to use the same water fountains as me. Yeah, we shouldn't use the same restroom, but that's mainly for them. If a girl comes, oh, I never told you this, dude. So I was at JFK Airport, right? Mm-hmm. I'm at JFK, and I remember this vividly because I was watching the Michigan USC game. And I was like, oh, shit, it's a close game. So I walked to take a piss into the restroom, and I'm watching my phone because the Hulu's on. I got the game on. And there's a woman in a dress in the men's room. But it was a dude dressed as a woman, but she was in the men's room. And nobody gave a fuck. I mean, that's the thing. A woman can go into the men's restroom because let's be honest, man, no man's afraid of getting raped by a woman. Right. Okay, like it is what it is. It was the oddest thing because I've never experienced it. And I didn't want to look like the one guy who's like, oh my God, there's a fucking dude in a dress in here. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to play this off. What's up? What's up? And then, she whipped out her dick and took a piss. Did I just say that? And that's pretty much what happened. It was really odd. It was really odd, but I liked it because and I say that with no respect at all because it's a fucking man in a dress. Yeah. At the end of the day,
once they whip out the dick and stand in front of the urinal, it's hard to say she.
It was really weird because you know how we pee, like some guys pull up our short leg. I never do that. I'm a pull down the pants guy.
I'm pulling down the pants guy, huh?
She lifted up her dress and stood in the urinal. I had to watch. I literally stayed there to watch this. I'm sorry. I had to look. And so she stood at the urinal and she pulled up the dress and like pulled down the underpants and just kind of maneuvered it around.
I don't even know what to do with that.
Look, man. Hey, bro, it was New York. It was New York. I was happy though. I was like, wow, this is weird. I'm like, no, this is great. They're using the correct restrooms. The messaging has got out. Yes. I would have given that, of course, after he washed his hands, I would have given that dude a high five. Because I'm like, fuck yeah, you're not trying to invade women's spaces. Let's go. You're a dude in a dress. I don't care what a dude's wearing. If you have a penis, go in the men's restroom. So I was like, this is cool. Yeah. But I never told you that story. It kind of, because I was so happy that I was so happy for Sharon that Michigan beat USC that it totally just glazed over my head and I forgot about it till now.
That's crazy. That is
awesome.
Wild. Have you, did you hear that they are trying to, like, because we somehow have another hurricane that started off the coast of Texas and just a few days ago and is already a category 5 and is heading directly towards Tampa Bay.
Category 5. By the way, category 5 means really friggin' bad.
Bad, like real bad. Like if this doesn't die off a little bit before it actually hits Tampa, it could be the storm of forever. It could be the worst ever. Like
I'm just being honest here. I don't think these are organic storms.
I don't think so either. That's my point. I don't think so.
I mean, we've been seeding clouds forever. They did it in was it Saudi Arabia or Dubai, where one of those Middle Eastern countries. I forgot which one, but so they did the cloud seeding, and it caused like just monumental flooding, because obviously you don't want a lot of rain in a fucking desert all at once, because that ground cannot absorb water. And I forgot which one it was. I'll look it up, but yeah. So we absolutely can influence the weather, and that's scary, but I think it's being used as a weapon against, and notice it hit, other than Asheville, it hit all Trump country in swing states.
Well, hit Trump country in swing states, but also, dude, like there's a huge lithium deposit there that BlackRock put a contract on last year. Right? I mean, like that, it just looks so speculative. And to those people that are being like, oh, you conspiracy theorists, they openly admit that they cloud seed and have controlled the weather since the 40s and 50s. Like they openly talk about it. And they have new stuff now where they have like the microwave towers that can direct the moisture. So they can move these motherfuckers. So every time you hear like Al Gore or somebody like talk about how horrible climate change is, How about you guys stop fucking with it? And let's see where it goes.
You want some fucking receipts, bro? I got your fucking receipts. From preventionweb.net, a reckless experiment in Earth's atmosphere caused a desert metropolis to flood. That was the story last week. This is in April of 24. When more than a year's worth of rain fell in a day in the Arabian Peninsula, one of the world's driest regions. Desert cities like Dubai and the UAE suffered floods that submerged motorways and airport runways. Across UAE and Oman, 21 people lost their lives. The heavy rain on Tuesday, April 16th, was initially blamed on cloud seeding, a method of stimulating precipitation by injecting clouds with tiny particles that moisture can attach to. These droplets then merge and multiply as the waters recede. However, a more disturbing explanation emerged. Wow. That is scary.
That's fucking crazy, dude. I mean, you need to start accepting people that these are realistic things. Notice how it's not ever on the news anymore, because they have to sell climate change to you. The media is owned. Like 100%.
They're changing the climate themselves.
Yeah.
They're made the frogs are turning gay. I mean, that's where we're at right now. It's all like they literally have told us. Marjorie Taylor Greene's like, by the way, we can't influence weather. And people started shitting on her. And I'm like, here's a fucking article that shows that they literally caused flooding in Dubai.
Yep. 100%.
So what will happen is these tropical storms emerge, right? So they have literally very little clouds out there. They're able to inject them. I don't know how the fuck that works. And it causes a bunch of rain, right? What if you went into a developing tropical storm that's going to be a nothing burger, just a little bit of rain, and you injected a tropical storm with this shit? Yeah, that could happen. Like, I mean, this is just me spitballing here, but Jesus Christ, guys, we're fucking there. Like, they're controlling the weather. There's literal proof. They've admitted it. They said, hey, our bad. We fucking seeded the clouds. We fucking flooded Dubai. Our bad. It was like one of those, my bad, dog, my bad. And then it's like Marjorie Taylor Greene's like, yo, humans are fucking seeding clouds. They're like, nonsense. Conspiracy theorists, white supremacy, climate change.
It's fucking crazy how they're able to just wash everything away. How we're able to, like, they're able to somehow dismiss shit. I mean, me and you have dealt with this for fucking years. Like, are you a doctor? This is the next thing about it. Like, are you a meteorologist? Well, no. But I can clearly fucking read, okay? Because I read thousands of pages a week, just like you do. Like,
it was a fucking Google. It was a Google search. It wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at this. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. These are not organic storms. And the thing is, like, another thing, I think the hurricanes would have happened anyway. I think they're just making them worse. And let me explain why. My dad went to a small university in Coral Gables, Florida, called the University of Miami. Alan, you know what their name is? You know what they're the Miami Hurricanes.
Right. Yeah.
They were named after a fucking storm. Hurricanes are not new, and I think these hurricanes would have hit. I just think the government is seeding the clouds and making them more deadly. This is
another one. Look into HAARP for controlling ionosphere, meaning that they can direct it from there. It's absolutely insane. The shit that they've been doing. Like, this is another thing too. Like, that bothers me. People pretend like the government is just being forthcoming with us. The government is probably doing so many crazy experiments. Did any of you think that the government would be trying to make new fucking viruses? Like, I don't believe any of you guys thought that the government would be trying to make new fucking viruses until 2020, when one of their new fucking viruses got out and fucking they were able to use as an excuse to fucking fuck the entire world up. You know? It's
crazy that they're changing the weather, bro. Like, that is fucking wacky. That's bananas. And it's not a conspiracy theory. Look, man, I'm not saying I know this for a fact, but I'm saying, how am I a conspiracy theorist for saying that the shit they say they do, that they did? It's like, hey, and they already fucked it up once. They flooded Dubai. Like, So if they wanted to use it to wipe out a voting population, I mean, yeah, is it probable? Maybe not. Is it possible? Guys, we need to discuss the possibilities here. What we're saying makes more sense than anything else because climate change, come on, guys, come on. I'm not denying climate change. I'm just saying that, and it could be caused by man. Yeah, the government.
Yeah, the government.
Not because I'm driving a fucking Yukon.
Here's the fucked up shit about that, right? Like, if you want to talk about climate change, first of all, if it is carbon emissions, which makes no sense, by the way, but if it is carbon emissions, unless we do something about China, we're not doing shit. We, the United States, impoverishing our country and our citizens to try to do our part when other countries are not doing their part, it would not change a fucking thing. All it does is impoverish us. It just impoverishes us. The people that are telling you about climate change from America all have, in the last 6 years, bought oceanfront fucking property. They're not worried. They're not worried at all. But also, it's just the hypocrisy of okay, if it's carbon, one, why do we still have a bunch of fat people? Because fat people are horrible about carbon emissions. Two, why do these people fly on a jet that uses more fuel and carbon and shit like that than my fucking truck will put out in the entirety of my lifetime for one fucking flight? It is so next level dumb. To actually be oh my God, these people say climate change is real. You mean after they just got off their private jet? Shut up, stupid. Just fucking shut the fuck up.
Coming from their beachfront property.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's so radically dumb.
You know who's not buying beachfront property? This guy. Yeah. I'm not doing it. Yeah. Stay my ass right here on my hill. Yeah. This is literally the hill I will die on.
Yeah, we're happy about that. But you pointed out a couple really good points that we need to be having these conversations. And by conversations, that's why nothing should be labeled misinformation. Does everybody understand that? Nothing. You know why? Because if I'm wrong, you will be able to prove that I'm wrong with your facts, right? So my opinion is not misinformation. My factually based opinion is my factually based opinion derived by critical thinking, logic, and reasoning skills. If I am wrong, any of you should be able to, in fact, counter what I say with facts, data, and statistics, just like I used to come up with mine. So nothing should be labeled as misinformation. We should have robust conversation about all of the differences of opinions that we have, whether it be about health, science, fitness, all that stuff, all the way through to policy, climate change, our gender stuff. We should be able to have robust conversation and try to find middle ground. And if we can't, then just agree to disagree. But when people talk about removing the ability for us to speak, first of all, that is a fucking tyrant. That is a fucking tyrant. That is if anybody that is in office that talks about that, that's treasonous.
It is.
But and this woman's not in office, thank motherfucking goodness. But this fucking crazy hoe. I'm sorry, I should have warned you. But listen to the goddamn insanity about what this woman's about to say. Listen to this shit.
There should be a lot of things done. We should be, in my view, repealing something called Section 230, which gave, platforms on the internet immunity because they were thought to be just pass-throughs, that they shouldn't be judged for the content that is posted. But we now know that that was an overly simple view, that if the platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or Instagram or TikTok, whatever they are, if they don't moderate and monitor the content, we lose total control. There should be
We lose total control, she says. Guys, so we should the cure for misinformation is more information, is discussion, is debate. That's the problem. The reason they don't like it is because last time they tried to cry misinformation, we were right.
Yeah.
The whole fucking time after getting banned after ban after ban after ban after ban, we were right. 100% right about everything. And that's why if there's that list that we were talking about on Friday, where they have a list of 400,000 Americans, we are definitely on that list.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's not a doubt. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that I'm on that list, which is terrifying for this this coming election. But it is what it is. I'm just going to keep saying what I'm going to say. But again, I totally agree with you. Like the only cure for misinformation is discussion. The government should be the last fucking people to decide what is and isn't misinformation, especially after 2020. Literally, especially after 2020. They lost, like, she's talking like we'll lose total control. You motherfuckers shouldn't control shit. First of all, we have freedom of speech. You guys shouldn't control our speech at all. Yet they want total control. That right there, that is a fucking tyrant. That is a fucking tyrant. We should be stacking these people like pine. The founding fathers would be by now.
Yeah, not us. We did not mean that, YouTube. We meant stacking like stacking paper. Like making that money. That's what we meant, YouTube. Yeah. Moderators.
YouTube moderators, we love it.
So the problem is they were never talking about repealing 230 until Musk was involved. It was okay when their people owned it, but now that Musk is letting people have a freedom. And look, man, there's more misinformation by the left than there is by the right. For example, everything Tim Walz says is a fucking lie.
Yeah.
The guy lied about being a coach. He lied about the stolen valor. Like, he is misinformation. Kamala is just retarded. Yeah. But Walz is misinformation. He is literally, if misinformation was a person, it would be Walz. That guy is such a giant piece of shit.
He's a huge piece of shit. And I mean, completely out of his fucking element. He's like, well, sometimes I misspeak, like in such huge ways. So if you get to talk to the leader of China and you somehow misspeak and cause nuclear war, fuck off there, Tim Walz. I'm
over this, dude. It's so fucking annoying. So retarded.
We can't be pretending like this is going to turn out in any other way but how it's going to turn out, in my opinion, anymore, dude.
Yeah.
Like we need to realize, here's what's going to happen. Trump is way the fuck ahead. Like, and people that don't believe that he's way the fuck ahead, he's way the fuck ahead. I don't know anybody that voted for Trump in 2020 that's all of a sudden not voting for Trump. I know a shit fucking ton of people that were against Trump in 2020 and are they'll run over their grandma to fucking vote for him this time. Like, I mean, it's that changed. Like, that much has changed. He's way the fuck ahead. So here's what's going to happen. They'll either try to take him out again, or they're going to start a war and try to call off the election. Or if the election goes through, they are still going to try to cheat. And all of these things will result in something very bad.
It's not going to be good. This is I was the optimist of us two, but I'm not optimistic anymore, dude. Not after the attempts at Trump's unaliving and all this other stuff. Like, I'm not optimistic anymore.
We're at war, man. Like, I've been saying it for a while. We are at war. A lot of people just don't want to admit. A lot of people on the right don't want to admit it. Like, the war is being waged against American citizens by a tyrannical government. It is happening right now. It has been happening. People need to get there motherfucking faster. Like, absolutely get there. I made that video the other day where I basically said it's about to get super crazy. And a lot of this is not even Trump anymore. One of the reasons why Trump is so far ahead, by the way, is because of RFK. It's because he pulled him in and what he's talking about in making America healthy again. And they can't have that. They cannot have that. If it is, all the media will be in the can for Kamala, and they're going to stay that way. 75% of their revenue, pharma and big food.
Can you answer me this? How was RFK polling at about 15% in many polls? He says, I'm not running anymore. I'm going for Trump. And yet the numbers don't change. And and Kamala is still neck and neck with Trump. How do you get 15% of the vote? And RFK is like, hey, all y'all, vote for me, but I'm with this guy. And yet the polling numbers don't change. Can someone explain to me how it isn't reflected in the polls? How it's still a 1-point race in the polls when RFK took him and his 15% of the vote to Trump? Can someone explain that shit to me? Anybody?
Anybody
explain to me?
I think I got it. They lie. Like,
all right.
Yeah, they lie. Like, I mean, do people? This is how stupid they think all of you are. By the way, they expect you to believe that Kamala is actually super popular after being the most unpopular fucking vice president likely ever. Like, they expect you to believe that people are all of a sudden like, oh, she's fabulous because a bunch of TikTokers said she's fabulous, and all the mainstream media says she's fabulous.
And they paid them.
Yeah, you mean the mainstream media that nobody gives a fuck about anymore? Like, for real.
So Tim Pool gets like 10 times the ratings of CNN, 10 times the viewers of CNN.
Yeah, right.
And, you look at like, oh my God, they're getting celebrity endorsements. I'm like, nobody's surprised. Like, does everybody like, oh my God, Hollywood's voting for a Democrat. Oh no, that's
Huge
fucking
shock.
crazy. Oh my God, Bruce Springstein, who supported every Democrat president since before I was fucking born. We got the boss. I'm like, he's a bitch. He had a few goods. He's a good singer. He's Jewish too, which is another strike against my people. It's a bad week for my people.
Bad week.
Fuck.
I don't think people grasp how fake it all is, right? Like, the polls are all fucking fake. I'm sorry, they're all fucking fake. And if, like, what amazes me is, like, you believe polls after the fucking crazy shit they pulled with numbers about COVID. You're stupid. You're dumb.
But I mean, the only thing I don't get is they were neck and neck with RFK. You're telling me that RFK voters just went half Kamala, half Trump? When RFK's, and the people who were voting for RFK, they were like Ron Paul voters. Like, they would crawl over glass for this guy. People love RFK because he's a legit dude. So when RFK is like, hey, we're going to make America healthy again, it's like, yeah, sounds fucking great. Let's go. And they're not fucking going with Kamala. They're not going for Walz. Rallies are retarded. I don't understand rallies because the people going there are already voting for you.
Right.
I don't understand rallies. I don't understand them. Someone explain.
I think that they're doing a better job at Trump rallies now because they're pretty much broadcasting each rally, and it's just, like, you get to feel the energy. It's like being at a concert when you don't have to go to the concert.
Oh, you're right. He's not Jewish. The Hanukkah song, Bruce Springsteen isn't Jewish, but my mother thinks he is. You're right. I take that back.
So you're the mother in this situation.
Well, fuck. Well, I mean, his fucking name's Steen. How dare he misappropriate a Jewish name?
Oh, dude. I would be you guys need to be all over that shit. At this week's meeting, you should bring that shit up.
Just like fucking Callie Muscle and his fucking blue eyes.
Oh, my God.
So nobody here knows who the fuck Callie Muscle is.
No.
Wrong world. It's
a fitness thing. But damn, dude. If you're watching Callie, thank you for the laugh, bro. So,
oh, my God.
I mean, so jealous of me and Mark that you fucking had to get your fucking eyes changed to wear eye color. Good job. So fucking crazy.
Cultural misappropriation at its finest.
That's some funny shit, dude.
Dude, every time you think politics are weird, just take a step into the fitness industry, and you will understand that everybody's stupid. Not just politicians. It's just everybody's stupid, and the fitness industry is full of stupid people. Very, very, very stupid people.
Very.
It's baffling. It's baffling.
So I don't think we've had a chance to talk about this live because you were busy building up the future of America by making sure that children are ready for.
I was busy winning 46-7, baby. That's what I was busy doing.
Yeah, motherfucker. But
fucking wipeout.
All the shit that's going on with the relief, like the FEMA relief and all that. What the fuck do you like? How do we move on from here? Right?
We don't.
Like,
we just got to become self-sufficient. We got to do it as a population. We can't rely on government. We need states to secede from the union. That's what we need. We need states to secede from the union, not allow FEMA in, and just do everything on our own. That's what we need to do. We need to excommunicate the federal government from everything.
I agree. Check this crazy shit out, bro. This is a FEMA helicopter intentionally flying low over a volunteer supply drop zone because the volunteers refused to let FEMA confiscate their supplies. Like, they're literally fly in, and all this shit is desperately needed by the people in this area. Like, I don't think many people don't grasp, one, how bad it is, but two, these are remote areas. Look at this bullshit. Fucking
We don't hate
motherfucker.
FEMA enough. We do not hate
No,
FEMA
fuck
enough.
that. We do not hate FEMA enough. But these people are in remote areas. Like, there's a lot of people that if the road's out, it's like a 20-mile hike to the fucking main road.
Yes.
You know? I mean, this is like, people don't seem to grasp what's going on here. She's like, they didn't save for something like this. So they should save enough money to not only replace their own home, but the entire fucking town they live in. I mean,
what the fuck? Where do our taxes go? If we're sending another 187 billion or million or whatever to Ukraine and Israel, what are we paying taxes for? Taxes should be there for if shit hits the fan like it did here. And instead they're giving $750. Like this is how anybody votes for these people is beyond me. It's because they're disconnected. Democrats lack empathy. The same reason why they cheer when conservatives die.
the $750, by the way, it's a loan that needs to be paid back. And if you don't pay it back, they'll seize your property. And oh, by the way, you have to be online you have to be online and already low income to be able to apply for it. How the fuck are these people going to be online? Like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, Elon Musk and a bunch of other people like did an amazing job of getting Starlink to a lot of these people, but there's still a lot of people that, dude, there's
It's so bad.
The death toll they're listing in the hundreds right now, and I am sorry, this is going to be an I told you so that I'm not going to be happy about saying, but the death toll's in the thousands, and if you don't believe
It's
that,
very
you're a
high.
fucking idiot. I mean, this was a 9/11 size tragedy for our country.
Yeah.
The fact that it wasn't on the news barely at all for the first 6 days means that the fucking media should never ever be trusted about a goddamn fucking thing again. These fucking arrogant ass pieces of goddamn shit always talk like they act like that they should be able to the arbiters of what's true and not. You bitches are all lying sacks of fucking shit that sold your souls. All
right.
of you. But this is in the thousands. There are thousands of people still missing. Like thousands. The water at one point in time, the water level at one of the valleys raised 60 fucking feet. It brought down whole mountains. Like there is whole towns missing. And people are like, oh, a few hundred people died. You guys are fucking.
It's crazy.
Pay attention. Pay attention. And then we got another one barreling down on Tampa. Like this thing could knock over fucking skyscrapers and shit like that. You know? It's totally
frustrating.
Totally insane.
It's so frustrating to watch what's going on right now.
Yep.
It's just so frustrating. I don't even know I don't even know what to make of it, to be honest with you.
We're at war.
I guess so.
We're at war, dude. Like that, the people don't want to admit it, but the United States government is already waging. Like, okay, so say you are a powerful entity, right? And you need to overthrow a much larger group of people that are all heavily armed, right? And you don't try to do this by playing the short game. You're not going to win that, like, because we'll steamroll the fuck out of you, right? But if they emburden most of the people financially to the point where they can't even pay their bills and they're dependent on the government, if they sicken people enough that they are literally dependent upon the pharmaceutical industry and you're partnered with the pharmaceutical industry, and then you can literally just start hacking away at their savings, hacking away at their way of life, hacking away at their culture. You can introduce other people to their culture that don't believe in your culture. And if you try to strike out against them, you get arrested and they're going to use your money, your taxpayer money, to support these new fucking people. That's war. They are at war with us. They are warring with us already. People just don't want to admit it.
No, or the left wants us dead.
Yeah.
They want us gone. They do not want us to survive. They look at us as maggots. Mm-hmm. They literally call us maggots. I'm not even a MAGA. I just like my country. I don't even like Trump. I'm voting for him, but I'm not a Trump guy. But they look at all of us as the deplorables, right?
Yep.
They look at us as expendable, dirty, nasty, disgusting people that they want to wipe off the face of this earth. And once you come to realize that they will stop at nothing to end us, then we have a legit conversation about what to do.
Yeah. Like then we can decide like, okay, what do we need to do? But people need to get there. Again, Mark and I say it all the time, get there faster. Like,
but how much of what we see online is real? Because I see none of this in real life, but then I see the polls where, you know, during the pandemic, you had people who literally wanted to ostracize and kill and put people who didn't get the shot in internment camps. Like, and it was an overwhelming number of Democrats, like above 50%.
Yeah.
So when I look at them, but then I realize polls are bullshit.
Right.
So I don't know what to believe because I don't see this in the real world. I just don't.
Well, here's my thing. When it comes to the actual citizens, I believe that the woke people are a very small minority, like extremely small minority of people. I believe that the far leftists are a small minority of people, but they're the ones that are controlling the party. And I believe the ones controlling the party, it's not even about their woke ideology. It's about controlling everything.
Yes.
You know?
And about belonging. Like all their lemmings. They're all belonging. They want to belong to something. They want to be a part of the cool group.
But I really think
it's
like
so frustrating.
All this, like the trans rights and all that, like all that stuff that just got hammered into everybody's head for a while. Like before they started trying to make people use their pronouns, did you know anybody that fucking used pronouns?
Nobody did. Gay guys were just gay.
Yeah.
And like transgender people were just like, I'm transgender. And they didn't even talk about it. They were just like, yeah, I like dressing like a dude or a chick.
Yeah, I mean, it until they try to force it upon society and say, well, this is proper. This is what a civilized society does. A civilized society will call a dude a woman and allow him to go into a woman's restroom. That you call that civilized?
That's weird.
That's weird.
I want to see dudes in dresses standing at a urinal, pulling up their dress and whipping out their dicks. That's what I want to see. That is the America that I want to live in.
Yes, I'm with you. 100%.
I still, now that I think back, I'm really glad I forgot about it. Because now it's like weird. Like, can you imagine like wearing a dress and like whipping out your, like, it's weird.
It's not normal. I mean, it's not a normal thing, that's for sure. But
I'd rather see him in the men's room though, where he belongs.
Yeah. The first time I saw something like that was like literally in the 90s.
Really?
You know, like, yeah, dude, like and like I said, like I'm older, like in the 90s you were much younger than me. You were a teenager, I was in my 20s. But all this shit's been solved. This is shit that they just brought back up to try to divide everybody in the country. Yeah, I got for real. I just got to tell you, if you're a trans person, nobody gives a fuck. I could not give a fuck less. They always talk about like the trans genocide. Do you know who's killing trans people? Themselves. Themselves.
Yeah, their suicide rate is through the roof.
And me stating that I don't think you look like a woman when you want to identify as a woman, that's not me causing you to commit suicide. That is you trying to make me change my opinion about something and me refusing and then you fucking losing your shit. That's all that is. Like, people, grow the fuck up, right?
I don't see anybody caring. I don't see anybody. Nobody cares. That's the beautiful thing about America. Nobody cares about you. Like, people just want to live their life, be left the fuck alone, raise their kids if they want them. And you know, some people really don't like people killing their own babies. Me, I take a different point of view. I don't understand how it's an issue. Like, at the end of the day, who's getting the abortions? Democrats. Right. Mm-hmm. That's just called tipping the scales in your favor in the future.
Yeah, they need recruitment. You know, like they need recruitment. That's another thing too. Like the gay movement. Like, I'm sorry, we had solved that shit. Who the fuck do you think made like, you know, George Michaels and fucking you know, all the other gay performers? Queen. Shit. Queen was popular in the fucking 80s, and it was like very clear that they were gay. Like, very clear.
Super gay. Super gay.
I mean, I mean, like the people that sang the song YMCA, it was about them being gay. Like it was about them being gay.
So here's the fucking dumbest take of the day. Stop abortion at the source. Vasectomies are reversible. By the way, not really, because the vasectomies now they cauterize. As someone who's had a vasectomy, because I have a lot of kids, and my wife was done, right? And I just refused to pull out, just being honest. So like, I refused to. It's against my religion. I'm pretty sure that's a Jewish thing.
I
got rid of the foreskin. I think it's in the Old Testament. I think it's in, again, that might also be in Genesis alongside that other thing.
Well, actually, technically in the Bible, even like wasting of the seed, masturbation, that's a sin.
Oh, then there goes my money shots.
Yeah.
but so they cauterized. So back in the day, we actually knew a couple people, and I know it wasn't like the mom slept around. It was like, oh, it was this. No. Dude got a vasectomy, got his wife pregnant because they used to like your body heals, right? So they'd snip it, they'd tie it, and it would like fuse back together. But then medical science got really smart. Now they cauterize it and they burn the ends of your whatever connects your sperm ducts or whatever. Yeah. And so you smell like when you're having a vasectomy, you smell them burning your shit, right? Like you smell your testicles like being singed at the source. So like you can't just reverse a vasectomy anymore. It's very complicated, doesn't work often. So these dumb bitches stop the abortion at the source. Vasectomies are reversible. Make every young man have one. When he's deemed financially and emotionally fit to be a father, it will be reversed. How about you close your...
So by that then, if we're going to judge men on being financially and emotionally responsible to be able to have a baby, that goes both ways. Equality. I mean, I'm sorry, but like, so you need to be like, if you want to be a mom, you need to be financially and emotionally stable enough to be a mom. Like,
there'd be no women left.
There'd be no, what the fuck, man? Like,
none of them are none of them are emotionally stable.
That's a pretty crazy fucking statement to make, but that's where we're at with the left. Like, that's where we're at with these people. You know what I mean? Like, that's where even some people on the right that are crazy about this shit too. That's where they're at. Like, we have to decide, like, we have to come to some sort of fucking reason. First of all, I will be the first one to say that the whole, like, they're not mature enough to have a kid. I agree, but along those fucking lines, I don't know anybody that's mature enough to have a kid when they have a fucking kid. It changes your whole motherfucking world.
You have to mature. That's what having a kid does. It makes you grow the fuck up.
Right.
I mean, these people, they just love killing babies. Let's just be honest. It's not pro-choice. It's pro-abortion. It's pro-murder. That's what it's become. It's not about abortion. It's not women's rights. Women, what rights don't women have?
Well, none. There's no difference. I will say this though: we have the right to be like, if most of the time I hear stuff being said like that, it's like, well, I don't have the right to be able to feel like this. I don't have the right to be able to feel like that. Blah blah blah. It's all feelings. But you know what? We don't have the right for to not be expected to go fight war if we fucking are in one.
The selective service. So Kamala said that on that whore podcast.
Yeah.
What is it? Call Your Daddy, was it? Podcast?
Yeah.
Something like that. So, I mean, that whole show is about how to give proper blowjobs and all this shit. Like, it's a depraved show. It's a nasty show. I watched a couple bits from it. I'm like, no thanks. And that's where our presidential candidate's going. That's her big interview. And I understand it hits a lot of people. But, you know, they're talking, what rights don't men have? We have to sign up for the draft. We have no choice. When you turn 18, if you don't sign up, they haul you off. Yeah. You literally have to do it.
It's crazy. I mean,
and guess weird. What? A lot of men, fucking millions of men, how many? I don't know if it's millions. Thousands and thousands of men have died because of that lack of bodily autonomy. Way more than died from abortion. I'll tell you that much.
It's weird because, like, you know, I believe that we should, like, look at this way, right? There's differences between men and women, but we're all human, right? But we each has our own role to play. Possibly, I possibly do what my wife does. I couldn't have made a baby and shit like that. That's reality, right? But at the same time, like, I'm also like, I'm here to be the bullet sponge should somebody break in the house. You know what I mean? Like, that's my job, you know, and we need to get back to that. Like, traditional masculinity needs to start like, and here's the thing. I know a bunch of like it's so sad because a bunch of you dudes really fucking let the world down in 2020 because you should have stood the fuck up. Stand the fuck up. We need to bring back tradition. Yeah, women did. We need to bring back traditional masculinity where you open doors for people, where you will fucking knock somebody to fuck out for talking smack to your wife in front of you, where you will fucking like literally. I mean, I'm sorry, but like, did you see that? Oh, you have it queued up. We talked about it earlier, and I know what you're looking for right now. I got it
right here. So let me just not.
That's how good our ADHD is. Me and him can just click right in there.
Yeah, I literally knew you were going there. So check out this video, and it's very disturbing to watch. So I'm gonna blow it up here. Who the fuck's filming this? I always ask that. Like,
yeah.
Wesh. Ouais! Mais ça va pas? Allez-vous-en.
Look at that skinny motherfucker.
He slapped the shit out of that kid. Okay. First and foremost, okay. A lot to go over here. Number one is, why would any fucking barbaric motherfucker ever slap a child? Number two is, why didn't that dude end him? Like, why? I mean, he's a big dude. He's got to be at least 5'10", 5'11". Yeah. I mean, you got to assume the wife's like 5'5". And I mean, there would be nothing in this world that would stop me. And that guy, it would not, like, he's a large guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would put the baby to the side, and that guy, that would be the last thing he'd ever seen in his life. That'd be his last day on earth.
But he looked at that dude, already identified dude's a pussy because dude's a pussy on how he carries himself.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but like, I'm going to try to pull your breathing card if you hit my fucking baby.
I'm not trying. I'm doing it. I will die trying. Someone's not walking away from that.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be me, especially with someone that small. Someone that small, that is their last day on this earth.
Yeah.
That is their last day. But that wasn't America, obviously.
Woof.
But I want to know how someone knew to have a camera going. Like, I always wonder about that.
Yeah, like who where's the camera? Like,
and why aren't you
doing something?
And why didn't all three of them gang up and just end this guy?
I don't know. I mean, that's what I just find that shit amazing. Like how society has gotten to that point. And then I always hear yeah, you're involving yourself in somebody else's problem and shit like that. I'm sorry, but if I'm standing there and I saw that dude smack a fucking baby and the dude's too much of a pussy to fucking do something about it,
I'm powerbombing his ass. I'm
powerbombing his ass. Yeah. Like,
he's done. Like he's done. I revoke his living card. He's done.
Yeah,
he's done.
I agree.
I don't understand. Like, whatever happened to men being men? Like, that's what's wrong, is that the feminist movement and the decline in testosterone, all these comments online, like, oh, you inject steroids. I'm like, you should.
Yeah.
You should inject steroids. Maybe you wouldn't be such a fucking pussy.
I mean, it's
that's
so weird.
What is roid rage? Have you ever seen me actually get angry in life? Like, I get riled up. I get fired up. I talk about things on podcasts. We've spent hours and days and weeks together. I don't get angry at anything. What is this whole connection with testosterone and raging? You know what causes rage, by the way? It's not testosterone. It's estrogen, fellas. Why do you think women get moody during their time of the month? Testosterone is not the raging hormone. It's the female hormone. So in fact, I would say you want to know real rage? It's estrogen rage. Look at Antifa. Mm-hmm. All those fucking skinny jean wearing, skinny fat fucks with their fucking septum rings. That is raging. That is hormonal raging. People with high testosterone, we don't rage. We're calm, collected, and precise.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And then like, and don't, I always find this amazing. Like people obviously say the same shit about me. Like, well, because I scream and yell a lot. I do. I first admit it. I can tell you this. I did it my entire. This is how I've communicated my entire fucking life. But also, like, if you've ever seen me get into an actual debate with people, like one-on-one online, I stay very fucking calm normally. Like normally,
Yeah.
there's been a few on here where I've like, I wanted the person to get upset, so I got them upset, but I just don't get that. Like, I really don't like the whole like rage thing, like even male rage, like the toxic masculinity thing. That was a huge portion about it. Like, so I'm not supposed to get violent if somebody fucking insults my wife or my mama or my sister or somebody around me. Like, I'm not supposed to get upset and do something about it.
Why can't we be violent in situations?
Right.
That guy we just saw right here, right?
Yeah.
This is how they want us to behave.
Mm-hmm.
This is how they want us to behave. They want us to just walk away. They want us to just look at the bam, slaps the shit out that kid for no reason.
Fucking believable.
But this is what they want from us. They want us to just stand there and let it happen. Look at the shame in that guy's face.
Yep.
I could if I let someone slap my child and I didn't end their life, I'd rather die. I'd rather die than live with that feeling that I am such a fucking small man that I didn't defend my wife or my kids. Like when we go, like we'll go to comedy shows every now and then and like, you know, downtowns in Chattanooga, Nashville, whatever. And we'll walk down alleys and my wife's like, are you sure? I'm like, I'm not worried. I'm like, you'll be fine. I'm like, when my time comes, I'm not running from it. I'm not inviting it, but my car is right over there and I'm not worried. I will make sure that no matter what, you are out of here safe. That is what I do. I will fight 20 fucking people to make sure that you're okay.
Right. Exactly. That's what you're supposed to do. I mean, you're supposed to be willing to die for it.
Number one is men are weak, right? Men aren't strong enough to defend themselves. Men aren't trained enough. Men aren't lean enough. Men aren't equipped enough. Men don't have the cardiovascular ability to handle combat. So the problem is we have a weakened, docile male population. Right. And so all these, what gets me the most are fat libertarians. It's like, you fucking dumb fuck. Like, you can't protect yourself, let alone protect your family and your fellow citizen. You can't fucking get out of the chair without fucking supporting yourself. That's how fat you are. Right.
And that's a huge problem. That's part of the reason. I think that's a huge part of the reason why men are so fucking docile right now is because they know that they're like, when you can see it in their face, like they know they're weak. They know it. Like they talk shit. And that's a lot of them that are like, okay, steroid guy, like you just admitted that you think I'm physically superior to you. Like if we were having this conversation live, you'd shut your fucking mouth. Yeah. I mean, I guarantee fucking it, because if you obviously think I'm physically superior to you, you should recognize the fact that I will fuck you up.
But I don't fight. I haven't been in a fight outside of a boxing ring since I was 16 years old. I have no intention of fighting anybody, but if someone's going to come and bring the smoke, like all these guys, you know, I've had people go like, oh, I'm going to come to your gym. And I'm like, okay, I'm there at 3:30 p.m. today. Okay. I'll see you there. And if we don't fight, you know, they make really good smoothies. Like I'll buy you a fucking smoothie. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like I have no intention of fighting anyone, but if someone's going to come at me and try to hit me, like, just know that I will defend myself. And it might not go well for you.
Right.
It might go well. I mean, you might be a better fighter than me, but it's not going to be an easy fight. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
I spent too many years training. Like, it's just not going to be an easy fight.
I've lost fights before, but I can guarantee you this: the person never wanted to fuck with me again. Like, you know, like ever, because like I'm going to make sure that I impress upon you that I'm not a fucking pussy. You know, like any dude that ever says they've never lost a fight has never been in enough fights. Like, you know, like it's insane. But
I never lost a one-on-one fight. I could say that. I've lost. I've gotten my ass kicked, but it was by 2 or 3 dudes, sometimes more. So I've gotten my.
I'm sure you've had some boxing sparring that didn't. Like,
I don't count boxing, because in boxing there's in boxing sparring, you try to just learn. So
Yeah.
I never got knocked down during sparring, even when I sparred pros. I just happen to have a really strong face because I'm not really good at defense. My face is just like, my face just absorbs punches like a fucking pillow. And, but yeah, there's been times when the coaches had to step in for fear of me getting knocked out because these guys are way better than me.
Mhm.
But again, like how many people have done the years of training I've done? I like my odds in the streets.
Well, dude, like my thing is like, I don't get fucked with in person. Like, I mean, I'm sure you don't either. Like, it doesn't. It just doesn't happen. It's all the fucking mouths online. I did just something came across. This guy is a weekend meteorologist for Fox Orlando. Right, his name is Noah Berggren, and he says, "This is nothing short of astronomical. I am at a loss for words to meteorologically describe you the storm's small eye and intensity. 897 millibars. That's fucking crazy. Pressure with 180 mile per hour max sustained winds and 200 plus mile per hour gusts. This is now the fourth strongest hurricane ever recorded by pressure on this side of the world. The eye is tiny and nearly 3.8 miles wide. This hurricane is nearing the mathematical limits of what Earth's atmosphere over the ocean water can produce." I'm sorry, but this is geoengineering. I really believe it is.
How is it gaining steam? Like, it just seems like it's weird. Like, it seems like shit's getting really weird.
Yeah. This is fucked up. This is crazy.
God damn.
I don't even fucking understand, dude.
Fucking Asheville, you realize that's not even near the fucking coast.
No, it's not even close, dude. Like it's not even close. And they got fucked up worse than New Bern. New Bern got fucked up by a hurricane, fucking 10, 15 years ago. New Bern was on the North Carolina coast. And they got fucked up probably 10, 15 years ago.
Was that
by
Fran? That wasn't Fran, was it? I think that was Fran.
It might have been, right. And I know because I was still working for healthcare, and we literally had just acquired, like the week before the deal for us to acquire a bunch of facilities right in the New Bern area happened, and we had two of them that all of a sudden didn't have roofs and all sorts of shit. It was insane. But like this is fucking crazy. 200 mile an hour gusts.
That's beyond imagination.
Yeah.
That will rip any house off its foundation.
Oh, yeah. This could knock down the skyscrapers. If it would hit right now, it hit Tampa, some of the buildings are coming down.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is not climate change, at least not as we are told climate change is. This is human produced climate change. I'm convinced. And again, I could be wrong. I'm not a meteorologist. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've just lived long enough to be like, oh, well, I read this story about what they did in Dubai. This looks fucking fishy. We should probably investigate this.
Right. It's so crazy, dude.
Right now, it's just pointing to fucking, oh my God, they're making this happen.
Yeah. John Rich says, I've been searching to find how many hurricanes historically have originated in the Gulf. I thought they all originated off the coast of North Africa. Anyone have any insight to this? I said the same thing. Like, how does this form off the Texas fucking coast and then like literally fucking gain steam to this powerful in a couple days and head directly towards Tampa? I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. I mean, and we literally know that they fucking, what's this? Yeah, it's geoengineering by us. No, dude. No.
So you think just now it's all hitting ahead, even though the earth is probably cleaner than it's been since the 1800s?
Yeah,
like we have
really
taken
stupid.
a lot of steps in industrial, production and Bianca, agree to disagree. Yeah. I mean, do you really think that just now during an election, it's going to just start whipping up fucking storms from the Texas? That's never happened before. Just happens to be in 2024 during an election. Like, if you think that, that's fine. You might be right. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. We're just openly discussing this. I appreciate your point of view. I just don't understand. I don't understand how the fossil fuels are going to do that.
So Bianca, my question to you would be, why are you sure it's that and not them cloud seeding and using microwaves to move stuff?
What
Like,
if
why
it's
are you
both?
sure? Why are you sure that that's the problem instead of? And just like Mark said, it could be both, but they are absolutely, absolutely affecting the climate and have been since the 40s, since the 1940s.
They've
So
admitted it, Bianca.
if they've
Just
admitted
please,
it,
please keep an open mind. Because
yeah,
we keep
they've
an
admitted
open
it.
mind. Look, I want to be the first one to say that shit, you know what? I was wrong. 100% fucking fossil fuels. I would be the first one
Yep.
to say it.
Yep.
But I don't think I'll have to. I think we're going to find out really quick that it was them.
Yeah, that was them. We're going to find out really quickly. I mean,
Yeah, the difference
again,
between a conspiracy theory and fact is 2 months.
maximum.
Hey,
I mean,
I
go
hate
ahead.
to change topics on this, but speaking of fighting, dude, did you see Jill was supposedly thrown down?
I did not.
There was a physical altercation between Jill and Kamala staffers in the White House after Joe's press room last week. Began with accusations that the Bidens were undermining Kamala deliberately, per White House official.
Wow, per White House official, that's crazy too.
So
Um,
basically, Kamala is trying to distance herself. Oh, wait. Let's go back to, sorry, ADHD. Even if it's engineered, nature will take us back to it's unpredictable. Weathermen aren't fortune tellers, right? I have no idea what that means.
Yeah.
Uh,
So my question is, what about the actual the climate change, the cloud seeding, and the microwaves? That's my
yeah,
question.
that's good questions. But anyway, back to, so basically, here's what's happening. So Biden keeps going out saying, hey, Kamala has been a part of every decision in this White House.
Mm-hmm.
When Kamala is going out and saying, oh, we need to start fresh and we're going to change the country, when Biden is basically saying she's been involved the whole time.
Right.
So Biden is literally, I don't know if he means to or not. I think he might. He's literally like selling her out, but he's doing it a nice way. No, I checked on her with everything. I ran everything by Kamala. Like, she was my guy. Like, we were like everything. She had a part of it. So she's like, no, we're going to do this, this, and this. And Biden's like, nah, she was already here.
And my thing is I can understand where first of all, I can understand where his team would be coming from, because they're totally delegitimizing him, which he's not a legitimate president to begin with. But beyond that, it's like, what is he supposed to say, that she wasn't involved? So I don't understand how they think this is a good look either way. So she wasn't involved at all, even though she was put in charge of the border, and even though she was put in charge of this, and she was put in charge, publicly put in charge of this.
She was put in charge of the border. They're trying to deny that when there's literally newspaper articles like Kamala's in charge of the border.
They literally,
and the same newspaper doing articles now like she was never in charge of the border, and you put them side by side. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the media lies, it just absolutely does, and it's beyond question. Let's just.
I'm not following Bianca anymore.
No.
I love her. I love her to death, but I don't understand that as much.
Yeah, me either.
I think we've kind of disconnected mentally. You need to get some ADHD so we can hook up telepathically.
Yeah, it's off there a little bit.
That's how we do things around here. But look, man, I don't feel sorry for Biden, but dude, they did that man dirty.
Oh yeah, they did. They it's a coup. Like, I mean, this regime that's going, they have no problem overthrowing like the will of the people at all whatsoever. It's kind of crazy. I wish that, like, I really, 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 really wish that the government wasn't allowed to keep secrets from us, man. Like, that's one of my biggest beefs, is that, like, they should not be able to keep any secrets from us, because apparently we're not allowed to keep secrets from them. But that's crazy.
Want another reason to vote for Trump?
Yeah.
Breaking: Elon Musk says he would like to cut almost 80% of the federal government while working with Trump.
Yes.
I think
yes.
I'll take 80, but I think we could do 90.
I think we could do 90, but 80 is a good goal.
That is awesome. That is.
Yep.
You got RFK, Elon, and Tulsi. What more do you guys want to validate? Like we were talking to Alex Rosen. It's like, dude, forget Trump. We got RFK. We got Tulsi. We got fucking Elon fucking Musk.
Right.
And now it appears we have Zuckerberg too.
That's crazy. Well, Zuckerberg, I think, is probably trying to get ahead of the fucking jail
Lawsuits?
time. I mean,
yeah, because it was election interference.
Oh, it absolutely was election interference. And very frankly, the class action suits that could come next year if Trump wins is insane. Me and you could literally sue Facebook and YouTube.
Yep.
They marked us as medical misinformation when we were absolutely correct, and therefore they painted both of us, who are in the fitness business, as having medical misinformation, as spreading lies about health.
Exactly.
So it delegitimizes our professional standing, which can cause harm to our businesses, and I can show that it did. Because they absolutely took money. I mean, I was making fucking $6,000 to $8,000 every single fucking month on YouTube, and it went down to like $800,000 like that. Yep. We could prove damages, bro. And I guarantee you, there is a lot of people like us for a class action suit. We could literally fucking sue. If the government would be out of the way, you could sue YouTube. I mean, realistically, we absolutely could. And I think that they see that on Facebook too. Like Facebook, it's amazing. Facebook can't catch child predators on Instagram and Facebook at all. Like it's known that it's a problem, right? They can't catch them. But if I said the word vaccine, I immediately could have my post blocked and my account.
We just got a strike on YouTube for just playing a video of a girl who was injured. It just happened. It's still happening.
Yeah.
It's still happening.
Yep.
It hasn't changed. YouTube has not changed.
No.
Facebook has a little bit because, Zuckerberg doesn't want to go to jail. It's just, nothing's changed, dude.
I don't know, dude. I'm wondering what will happen. That's another reason, though, too. That the entire actual machine, the most of the social medias besides X and Rumble, and the mainstream media, and Hollywood, and all of these people, of course, they're against Trump getting back in because it would highlight how fucked up shit's been for the last 4 years. Fucked up,
If RFK gets his way, it's over, dude.
Yeah.
It's over. It's over. Everything's going to be exposed.
Yeah.
Oh, here's an important announcement I have to bring to your attention.
Uh-oh.
We have a new cracker of the day from Antonio Brown.
Oh, cracker
of the day. It is JD Vance. Yep, cracker of the day.
I love it.
Cracker of the day. That's right.
And by the way,
they supposedly talk now.
It's absolutely fine that Antonio Brown uses the hard ER at the end instead of the A for cracker.
Oh, we gave him the pass. Oh God, look at these memes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Dude, Antonio Brown is the greatest follow on Twitter. I remember I told you about him a while ago.
I follow him now.
Some of these are just fucking, I just go through it because, the people who follow him, they got the Chad meme on him. Yeah. So you're telling me, regardless of so Elon has what, 200 million followers blatantly backing Trump. You have Elon, you have all these power, you have RFK, who was 15% of the vote at one point. You have Tulsi, who got more votes than Kamala during the primary when they ran against each other.
Yep.
How the fuck, and I mean this with all due sincerity, how the fuck does Trump not win by a landslide? When he was tied with her before all of this stuff.
Yeah. Well, I don't even think he was tied with her. I think that was all media prop up. Like, I really don't. And that's the whole goal behind her. The whole goal behind Kamala Harris was not that they think that she could beat Trump, because I'm sorry, but I just refuse to believe that America in general would choose this shit again. I just refuse. And I think that that's a pretty safe assumption. But I can say that they need to get rid of Biden because they realized Biden was so inept and so had lost it so much that they wouldn't be able to believably cheat. Like they wouldn't have been able to believably cheat. I think that they put Kamala in because they thought like, well, this will be a little better, but she's such a fucking train wreck. And I love how, like, oh, the hurricane's happening. What's Kamala doing about it? Like, we've just completely forgotten that Joe Biden exists.
Where
like,
is Joe Biden? Like, what is he doing right now?
He was on vacation, like, for the first week of the shit that happened in North Carolina. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
We haven't had a president for 4 years. Like, we haven't had a president. I'm tired of January 6th, too. Like, that was not an insurrection. I'm sorry. It just wasn't. There's no guns. How can you have an insurrection without guns? And cops were inviting people in. Like, it wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't good. It was stupid. It was more retarded than anything, but it wasn't an insurrection. Come on. Was our capital really going to be overtaken by a bunch of fucking unarmed boomers? If it is, then we're fucked if someone actually wants to take our country.
No shit. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
are we? If a bunch of unarmed fucking boomers are a threat to our democracy.
I don't even know. That was so fucking weak and so fucking bad. I don't even understand how, like, people we're even thinking about that. Like, that, and like the video of that night that they've all hidden, like, if they released all the video footage, it would be unbelievably very obvious that it was all bullshit. Because, like, they're being escorted around. Like, a lot of them were being escorted by the Capitol Guard. Like, if they're being escorted by the Capitol Police, they are not, it's not an insurrection.
Have you seen the people who are arrested? They're like 50-year-old women. Yeah. These are not fucking military-age men. I'm sorry. These are not scary people. These are just people who are being punished for thinking a certain way. And but they shouldn't have done it because it was them doing it was just walking into a trap. Like, that's,
of course,
it wasn't right that they set the trap, but come on, guys, like, you had to see that coming.
Yep. I mean, we did. That's the first thing. Like, me and you were like, fuck no, I'm not going.
Fuck that. Nope.
Like, some crazy just going to happen
right here. Nope. I stayed my ass right here.
Here's my thing, because I've said this before. Obviously, shit's about to get really, really, really crazy before the election. But if Trump does win, it's like everybody's gonna be like, yeah, no. It is going to be next level fucking insanity.
Riots.
Yep.
Oh, it's gonna be so bad.
And I think that if anybody riots, we should arrest their fucking asses immediately for this. Like, Trump was way too much of a pussy the last time. Like, when he got inaugurated, like, they were fucking rioting in Washington, D.C., like, right outside the fucking White House. Arrest all of their asses.
Yep.
I mean, what the fuck? You can protest all the fuck you want. Riots, like, the January 6th people, if you're going to arrest all these people, if you actually, they burnt nothing. If you fucking try to burn down the fucking White House, you should fucking go to jail. You know?
For a long fucking time. For a long
fucking time.
You don't do dumb shit.
But it's going to be so off the chain, dude. I don't know what the fuck they're going to try to pull, but I can tell you this right now. I still don't think that the left is going to fucking, like, transfer power. I think it's going to have to be wrestled away from them.
Well, if Trump's in charge, he's pulling the National Guard and he's arresting people because he has nothing to lose. He's a lame duck president. He's got 4 years. Right. He's going to be like, fuck it. You don't like me. I don't care. Everybody's arrested. Fuck everybody. Pelosi, you're arrested too. Fuck you. Yeah. You get arrested. You get arrested. You get arrested. Everybody gets arrested.
Everybody gets arrested.
Oh my God. Problem. So we have a banger tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. It'll be a good day.
Hell yeah, man. And then I'm sure the news is going to be even crazier, and we got the hurricane barreling down tomorrow, so who knows what the fuck's going to happen. So,
well, hopefully everybody in Florida stay safe. Prayers for everybody over there.
Yeah, like from both of us, seriously, people, hope you be safe, get inland, do whatever you fucking can do. I know that like a lot of the roads are already closed in Tampa. They're getting ready to close the Tampa airport right now. Just get inland if you can. Don't be in downtown Tampa. Don't be in the city. It's low land and it's going to flood. Period. So like let's get safe and then like I hope the damage isn't too bad and we'll see where we go from there. But I don't have a I'm having a hard time getting one of our ads.
It's
pulled
been
up here.
weird today, but I will find one and I will play one. Yeah, it's been the fucking the platform's been a little odd today. It's been weird.
I thought so too.
It's been acting up. It's been acting up. Not a fan of it acting up because I have no idea how to fix it.
All right, I got one
But
right here.
good-
I can take care of it.
All right. Whenever you're ready.
What, do you got
I
one?
got one if you don't.
All right,
I can play one.
go ahead. Yeah, you
I
go.
don't know what the ad's for, but it looks nice.
All
All right, guys. Well, we will see everyone tomorrow.
Mark Lobliner here, and it's time to face the truth. You can embody beauty, and you can ooze sexiness, but without health, it's just a facade. The essence of true beauty and strength roots from a healthy body and mind, and that's a cold, hard fact. Now, I present to you the game changer, the holy trinity of weight loss. This isn't your run-of-the-mill supplement bundle. This is your lifeline to breaking barriers and skyrocketing your progress like never before. Trust me when I say you have not seen anything like this before. And when the night falls, No Morbidity takes the wheel. Your nighttime companion that keeps grinding, even when you're dreaming, aiding and torching fat, reining in that appetite, and prepping the battleground for tomorrow's victories. Clean, undisturbed sleep while staying on the course of your weight loss journey. That's the dream, and now it's your reality. So, if you're hell-bent on shattering those plateaus and obliterating your goals, the holy trinity of weight loss is your golden ticket. This isn't just supplementation. It's a clarion call of your resolve to take the reins, to redefine your limits. This journey is monumental, and it begins with a choice. The holy trinity of weight loss is not just a pick, it's an investment in a healthier, stronger, unstoppable you. Let's grab this chance and let's get it now.